Hi everybody, this is Marianne Niehaus and welcome to the Youngevity back office training. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the back office in a way that you'll be able to understand it for your business, so you'll understand when your business is growing. All right, I'm going to share my screen. If you have any questions, feel free to put the questions in the chat and I'll answer those as I go. All right, so this is the business center office, and the way I look at it is like this is, you know, when you have your filing cabinets where you have all your information about your business, that's what this is right here. And this is the info center. And what I love about the info center is you get to take a look at your business in a snapshot, right? This gives you all the important information right up front. So Elizabeth Taylor, this is her back office. And you can see here where it says you're personally sponsored. So as you sponsor people, they're going to show up in this area right here. Then you have your last 3 months volume. That's going to show up in this little window. And then your front line. All those people, you know, Tom is always talking about his leaders and those people on your front line. This is where you'll be able to see that report. Okay, in the center, it shows commissions. And this is one of my favorite screens because on our coding bonuses, on our fast start bonuses, and our weekly bonuses, we get paid weekly, right? And so that's why what you'll see here is you might sign someone up, depending if it's the beginning of the week or the end of the week, and they're going to show up here with the bonus that you're going to get. So if it's a fast start bonus or quick start bonus or coding bonus, that's going to show up weekly, and then each month you get paid your residuals. So that will show up here for like the month of March. So right now we're working on April. And so in May, you will get paid your commissions from April on the 15th. Then your new enrollments. And I also love this screen because it's not only who you're enrolling, but it's also your people, who your people are enrolling. And so what I like to do here is I would go ahead and call the person, you know, and congratulate them, right, on your team when they sign somebody new up. I look at this screen 10 times a day. I mean, it's crazy, but this is my business, right? This is my income. And so it's important. It's important to know what's going on. It's important to know who's showing up. It's important to know who's enrolling. It's important to know what bonuses are showing up. And because this is your business. And then the downline summary. And I love this box too. So what this shows, and you can see right here, it says auto ship. Corey Gold said on a call one day, he said, you know when how your business is growing on how many auto ships you have. Now I have way more customer orders every month, and I have a certain amount of auto ships, but that's building my residual, right? I'm still getting commissions off of all the special orders and what have you. I've got some people that order every 3 months, right? They just order a big bunch and they're okay. They don't even care that they have to pay for the shipping. But what this also shows you is your downline ranks. So if you've got, you know, 1-star executives, 2-star executives, you know, associates or what have you, that's all going to show here. And then on the right, this is filled in with a graph. It's like a chart. And what I love looking at is I get car bonus, and I've been getting it for years, and to see how much they've paid me in car bonuses, right? So that's a great thing. And then also the downline member growth, what that shows you is kind of a trending of your business. You know, maybe you have like a huge growth and then it kind of drops down a little bit and kind of evens out, and then you'll have another huge growth. And you can see for a couple months in there. And so it's real interesting to see what months you have, you know, have a huge growth. And I might look back and go, oh, we had a big program going on right then. And so that actually increased. Like right now we have this challenge going on. And so I'm going to watch the trend. I'm going to watch what happens, what kind of growth I'm going to have in my business, because that's what we do when we own a business, right? We look at it, we watch it, we pay attention to it, and we give it our energy. Okay, so now I'm going to go back up to this the purple bar, and I'm going to hit on profile. Now basically this is your profile. You can edit it, and you can edit your bonus account information. And so I'm going to click on that really quick. But what that shows, see, you can have a physical check, and that's all that Miss Tyler has available to her right now, Elizabeth Taylor. However, we also have the debit card, which I'm going to show you that. Okay, so your profile is, you know, your address, your ship to, what have you. Your ship to, you can change that all the time. And then also you can select what kind of language you want your back office in. So if you have somebody who speaks Spanish or Russian or what have you, and Chinese, you can select that. I have a huge downline in Taiwan, in China. So I'm sure they appreciate that. And then your pay method is, for her, it's a physical check. All right. And then I'm going to go to the edit profile. So here you can opt in for the company's autoresponders, you know, emails, what they send out, and you can opt out. And so a lot of people may have selected that and then they're not getting notifications. So make sure if somebody tells you, well, I'm not seeing any emails from Youngevity, they may have went in and selected to opt out so that they're not getting those changes or getting those emails. And then here where it says accrue weekly bonus payouts. So there's two ways you can get paid. You can get paid 15th of the month and they will include all of your bonuses throughout the month, or you can get paid those bonuses every time you earn a bonus. So I have a debit card. I have them load those bonuses onto my card all month long. Okay, now we're going to go to my orders. So there's a couple ways to create an order, and I'm not talking about an auto ship. We'll talk about that in a minute, but outside of an order. Okay, so we do have a question about, does it cost money to have a check sent instead of doing the card? It costs money both ways. There's a little bit of a fee that comes off whether they're sending you a check or you're putting it onto the card. I don't even know what that fee is, like $1 or something. So it's pretty nominal, but if you don't want to pay those fees throughout the month, then I would just have them accrue, you know, have them all paid at one time. Oh, how do you say that? Accrue them. Accrue them. All right, so let's go to my orders. So the new order would be if there's something special going on. This is outside of your auto ship, right? So we get free shipping on our auto ship, but when you do an outside order, which might be a special deal that we have a triple QV or, you know, some other kind of a program where it's something you can't put it on your auto ship, then this is where you would put that order. You can also find the convention information here. So this is a great place. If you scroll down, you'll see Javolution, all these memberships. It's also got the CEO Mega Packs. And there's a couple things that you can do here. So for instance, say you want to introduce somebody to this CEO Mega Pack, you can hit this Tell a Friend. And it actually allows you to email several people about that CEO Mega Pack. And as far as I know, this is still going to be available even when they roll out the new website. Now, it's very specific to that one pack, right? So if you want to send people additional packs, additional information, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just create an email with the links on that. Also, you can go over here where you see Youngevity, you know, nutrition, the mineral makeup, escape. So it's all broken down right here. If you came in from another company or you just want to see what all we have available, and there's pictures too. Okay, and so then if we did something like, I'm going to go back here and add to cart. Let's just say, I'll do this one. So over here in this window, it's going to add that to my cart right here. And then when you go to checkout, you put in your credit card information again. So if you have to use somebody else's credit card, we talked about that if you're placing an order for somebody. All that information is right here. You can change the shipping address or what have you. But now we have a 1-month Javolution Coffee Club in our cart. All right, and then you can just go to checkout. So that's how you make a special order. All right. Order summary. There's no orders here, but this would show the orders that if Elizabeth Taylor was ordering, this would show her order summary and how much money she has spent over this period of time placing orders. And then my orders, right? So this is where you look to see the tracking on your orders. So your auto ship and any other special orders is going to be right here. Now here we can view, we're going to view the invoice because all Elizabeth did was pay the money to become a distributor to get her welcome pack. But if she had an order, it would show all the information right here, okay? And you can also view your customers' orders in their account, and I'll show you that. Okay, and then there's going to be a tracking right here, and there'll be a number that you can click on, and if it's been shipped UPS or shipped USPS or however it's been shipped, then you'll be able to see that right there. And then your customer orders. Now, I don't want you to get confused because it's a little bit confusing. Those are these customers, and these are retail customers. So those are people purchasing the product at a retail price. That's not your downline. Does that make sense? Good. Okay. So if you had customers here, then they would show up here. It would show up them as ordering, getting the products as a retail. All right. Now we're going to go to auto ship. Elizabeth has never signed up an auto ship, so we're going to go ahead and look at doing that. And I'm going to walk you through this. So if you've never done it for yourself, you'll see how to set it up. And what happens here is it actually gives us a month out. And the reason it does that is because you have to pay shipping on your first order, because the company is paying out so many bonuses on that first order because you get 30% of the BV, right, of that order. And so the first order, the company goes ahead and gets the shipping cost on that, and you get the bonuses. So when you go to set up your auto ship, it will assume that you've had your first order in your first month or what have you, and then move out to 30 days from today. Now, you can call into corporate and you can have that date adjusted if you want to have it earlier in the month, later in the month, or change that. But you can't change it in your back office currently because people kept changing it and getting like 4 and 5 free auto ships. Does that make sense? They would have their one shipment, auto shipment the first of the month, then another auto shipment at the middle of the month, and then another auto shipment. So they just kept changing the date. Not really understanding that they were doing that. But so now if you need to, you just have to call in and tell them you want to move. And you can also, if you're going on vacation or something, you know, you could have that date moved for that particular month or what have you. Now back here, what you're going to see is just a boatload of products. And so there's going to be 2 ways, or actually I think there'll be 3 ways to set up auto ships. So normally what I do, if I go in here and set up the auto ship, I will select something, say the Nature's Pearl or something like that. You can put in there and just say 1. And you only have to do this 1 time, but you know, to start off. Now, the other thing you can do is you can hit a Command F, or I think on the PC it might be Alt F. And what that allows you to do is to actually search all this. So if you knew that you wanted to get a Healthy Start Pack, then what it's going to do, you see here how it's highlighted, healthy. And then you can see where the Healthy Start Packs are. And over here, for me on my computer, I can just click through and go, oh, no, that's not the one. Nope, that's not the one. That's not the one. And then, you know, oh, here's the one that I really wanted. And that's the Healthy Body Start Pack. So put in my number there. So since we have so many products, it's a little overwhelming. But if you go down to the bottom, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, which keeps getting longer, and then you hit continue. And we're going to wait just a second here. Does anybody have any questions so far? Okay. All right, so now we've got Elizabeth Taylor and where she lives, and she's going to pay for her order with a credit card. But I don't think she has a credit card, so. Okay, so now I'm going to say, yes, this is, this is what I've placed my order. I've selected my products and hit continue after I put the credit card in here. Okay, obviously I'm not going to put a credit card in right now because I really don't want that auto ship right now. Okay, so that's how you would set up, somebody would set up an auto ship, and you can walk, people through, and sometimes I help them because I know since there's a lot of products back there, kind of walk them through it. And then this would be where your customers would show up if you had the retail customers, and we talked about that. And then here's your genealogy, and I like to scroll all the way down to the volume totals. So this is another screen that I love to look at, and it tells me where my business is. And you can see that it's split up between the business or bonus volume and the qualifying volume. And so here's what the difference is. The business volume is what you get paid on. Okay, so for instance, a Healthy Start Pack costs $125, and the BV, which would be the bonus volume, might be $120. You're going to get paid on that $120, all right? And then the qualifying volume is what you rank up on, and that's how you, when you're doing your ranking to the next level, or if you're going to become a 1-star, that's the volume that you use there to rank up on. So each product has a bonus volume and a qualifying volume. And what's interesting, if you look through, some of them, there's quite a bit of a gap. Some of them are like pretty close to the same dollar amount, and some of them are actually more. So some items you may get a higher bonus volume than you actually pay for something. So it's kind of interesting. Someone explained to me that has to do with the manufacturing and how much profit there is in each product. So some cost a lot more to manufacture. There's not as big of a profit. And so that gap is a little bit wider, if that makes sense. Now what you get to see here is you'll see this is your personal. So when you place an order, that'll show up here. Your bonus volume will show up, and then also your qualifying volume. Your group volume, so everybody in your downline and what they're ordering, so that will show up here. What I love about this too is you can also click on the total GV, so that's your group volume by leg. So if Elizabeth had been working her business, you might see several legs here, right? And it starts off with the top level, so the person at the top level. And then you could click on the different people that are on your first level, and then you can kind of see what their downline is doing. All right, we're going to go back to that volume totals. The other thing you can do in here is you can also see by level, which is great, right? Because we get paid on the first 3 levels of ranking, right? That's how we rank up. So whenever you see the compensation and it talks about the 3rd level, and I'm going to see if I can hold up one of those. But anyway, so your qualifications, then what that does is that shows you where your levels are at. So you get different qualifications for different levels. And so it's all compressed. These numbers up here are the compressed top 3 levels. All right. So you can see that. And then you can also see by associate. So that would show every single order in your downline. So for instance, in my downline, I have a lot of people that have 49 QV. Well, they're not getting free shipping because you have to be at 50 QV to get free shipping. So I'm doing a campaign of calling the people that have 49 and say, hey, if you order a lip balm for $4, it'll save you $6.50 on your shipping. So what I want to do is I want to have a couple products that they could order, they could try outside of whatever they're already doing. Maybe it's our toothpaste. There's a lot of little things back there that could get them to that 50 QV, and they'd still be saving money, especially on the shipping. So the goal is to have free shipping. All right. Now we're going to go to advanced genealogy. So what I love about this is that you can run all kinds of reports in your back office. So for instance, a few months ago, I went to the regionals. And so that was in North Carolina. And so what I did here was I was able to separate out all the people in North Carolina and send them a little notice. Actually, I have an assistant that makes calls for me. And so she called everybody on my behalf saying I was going to be there. And actually, that's where I met Jean and Andy and yeah, their team. So there's a few people there that came along for the ride. So that was great. And so I kind of call it, where's Waldo, right? Like, where's Dr. Wallach? So if I know Dr. Wallach's going to be in a certain state, I'm going to look and say, oh, who's in my downline that's kind of in that area? And I just want to make sure that they know. So plugging in is important for your people to plug in, but it's also important for us to pay attention to our people. Does that make sense? Because people want to be appreciated, and they want to know that you want them to be a part of what's going on. So I use the event locator as one of the ways to send out and contact, different people. I also have a newsletter that I do. But up here you can do report types. So you can find your CEOs that are executive groups, senior executive, vice presidential, some of these 4-star executives. So some of these names are kind of mixed up. They're not all the new names, but I think they're working on that. So you can sort people by that. You can sort by however many levels you want to go. If you just want to look at your top 3 levels, if you want to look at your 12 levels, you can change that. My team goes down over 20 levels, so normally I have 20 in here. And then here you can do other ranks. So you can, look for people that are, say, 3-star and above ranks. And obviously right now this is a little bit premature, but as your business grows, you're going to want to look for these things. You're going to want to, and you're going to want to know that you can do it. And then you can put in other variables here. And then on the advanced options, you can put either select all of this or select, again, like I said, I want to know what city where someone's at, what state they're in, or I want to know what level they're at or what ID number. So you can, select what it is you want your report. And then when you do it and you hit submit, you can see right here, you have the option to export it. So I use the CSV a lot, and I export that and take it into my little newsletter space so I can email people different stuff that I want to send out. And the other important thing is right here, frontline placement. Okay, so when you select the frontline placement, everybody that you've set up on your top level is going to show up there. And what you're able to do is you have 60 days to move those people around. So when you sign someone up, you're the enroller and you're the sponsor, okay? And you have 60 days to move that sponsorship. You can decide if they're gonna, you think they're gonna be great business builders and you wanna keep them on your top line, then you do. If it's somebody that came in and they're just gonna order products and it could help someone fill in a void somewhere, and I always say build high and tight. Does that make sense? So you wanna build high and tight. You wanna make sure that you're keeping your big builders close to you, but you could put a customer or two under somebody in the 1st or 2nd level, and that'll help them not only rank up, and then you still earn the 8% off of their continued auto ship orders. So you as the enroller, you get the enrollment bonuses, and then you have 60 days, and I mean 60 days. So don't, it's not like a month and a month. It's 60 days from whatever day they signed up. 60 days later, they're gone. So, think about that when you're ready to move some people around. All right. And then we have the personally enrolled report, which I love that. You can run a report. I do that every so often, and I just make sure that I keep in touch with my people. I just give them a call, see how they're doing, thank them for their orders. And if they haven't ordered for a while, I just, kind of reintroduce Youngevity and reintroduce maybe something new. I love calling people and go, oh my gosh, I don't know if you saw this, but we got these hydrate bottles, right? I have, this is the one I got in Punta Cana, but Anyway, so I like to think of ways, reasons to call people and chat with them and catch up, and if we've got some new product that they might be interested in. So that's your frontline personally enrolled group. And then the genealogy search. So what you can do here is you can search for people, you know, in your downline anywhere. You can put in their ID number. You can search by name, company, or email. I'm hoping they add phone number to that, because a lot of times I think you have somebody's phone number before you have their ID number or their email sometimes. But anyway, so you can do a search here, and then that allows you to get that information. And then your downline genealogy, you can also run a report here, how many levels, and then view that downline genealogy right here. Okay. Another one of my favorite pages, commissions. Okay, so under commissions, what that's going to show you is those same bonuses that I was talking about on the info center. But you can see here, so it shows, it'll actually show you a projection of what it thinks your check is going to be throughout the month once you purchase your auto ship. Okay, once your auto ship runs, then it'll start showing you a projection. Also shows you your other bonuses right here. So you can see that. And then when you go to my earnings, that will actually show you when that bonus is going to be paid out, because sometimes, like I said, it depends on when the person signs up, because I think they run the reports either on Wednesdays or Thursdays. So if you sign somebody up on Thursday, they're not going to show up by the next Thursday. They'll show up by the Thursday after that. So it's like a week and a half. So it just kind of depends on when they get signed up, when the bonus will show up, and then it will show you when the date of the payout. So you can see that. Also shows you those little fees that we were talking about, if you're getting a check or if you're getting a have it on your debit card. All right, okay, that's here. And then this is the prepaid card sign up. So I have a different card. I've had a card for years, which was a different system. And so now we have this. But what I understand, you can look here, you can watch this demo, you can sign up here. So if you click on that, it's going to take you to a whole nother website and then show you. But here's the other thing is you can actually sign up with a bank transfer, meaning that instead of your money going on to a credit card, you know, mine says Youngevity on it, so it's kind of cool that it has Youngevity on it, but I don't know what the new ones have. And then it'll transfer that money right into a bank that you indicate that you want your money to go into, okay? So you can do one of those two things there. And then here is another favorite page of mine. This is my bonus qualifications. And the reason I love this page is like a cheat sheet, if that makes sense. So what it's going to show you here is it shows you all the different ranks that you have in your downline. And over here, it shows you how many people have qualified in that rank. So if it's a personally enrolled, say, a regional marketing director, which is actually a sales associate, it will show you. And the reason those are important is you have to have here for your personally enrolled independent marketing directors or higher for your SCMD car bonus. So you need to have 12 people, and it can't be a preferred customer. It has to be a distributor. And it'll show over here how many you have. So if you look at this and you have 11 and you're like, oh my goodness, I need 12 to get my car bonus, then you know you're short one, and you can look through your downline and find out who normally orders. Like I had somebody who their credit card had expired, they didn't know it. I mean, there's numerous things. This is why you want to pay attention to your business, and you want to pay attention to these pages. And then what the other cool thing about this, it's going to show you what your lifetime rank is right here. And then it's going to show you what your personal order is, what your personal qualifying order is. So then you can look there and go, wait a minute, oh, I'm supposed to have 150 and I only have 145, which I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me. And so you can go back in. Again, you have to place a separate order. It doesn't run on your auto ship, but then that'll bring your qualifying volume up to what it is you need to get paid on. Now this is our compression. So when I talked about how you have to have those first 3 levels to qualify with, what we do here is it actually compresses up. If you have somebody that's not ordering on your second level, that or like say your third level, and that has moved that volume to your fourth level, if that person doesn't order, then what it'll do is it'll compress that and it'll pull that volume up into your qualification position. Does that sound right? Is there any, excuse me, question on that? So what that allows you to do is, for instance, if somebody doesn't order and then all of a sudden somebody orders, that might push some of your qualifying volume down. So you need to pay attention to this. You need to watch this amount. And they run it at night. So in the morning, I'll look and say, okay, I'm good. And then what happens is as you scroll down, it says, am I a associate, right? And it says, yes, good, I'm an associate. That's good to know. Then, am I a brand associate? So it tells you you must achieve the rank of distributor and you must have at least 50 personal qualifying volume. If that's true, then it says yes. So as you scroll down, you can see where this can be really beneficial because you're going, oh my goodness, I want to qualify for SCMD. It says I'm an executive marketing director. It would tell you yes right here, which is currently the sales associate, but you want to be a senior associate. So then you can look here and it tells you exactly what you need to have, right? So it says 5,400 qualifying volume in your 3 levels. And so you look up and you're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm only at 5,200. So I'm short there. That's why I'm not qualifying. Again, for the car bonus, you might see you only have 11 people there and you're not qualifying for the car bonus. Now, we have 3 days, okay, 3 business days after the end of the month. And so you have to pay attention to that. We can back order, not CEO packs, but we could back order, say, an order to help you qualify for a particular rank, okay? And so what we're going to be able to do here is you call into customer service and you say, I had a person that was 18 QV short of making their rank that they were going to make. And so we wanted to back order an order into them really quick. Now, for instance, this last month, Monday, the 3rd day, was we only had 1 business day. So you have to pay attention to that, right? I mean, obviously we want to be qualified well beyond the end of the month. However, that doesn't always happen. And so you have 3 days, 3 business days to do it. Over the weekend, can't do it because you got to back order. All right. If you have any questions on that, let me know. And then these 3 right now are, enrolling a new employee, a new associate, I always do from the front end of my website. I don't do it back here. This just takes you to the home office, and then this Revolution is an additional program. So basically, I kind of just go through these areas right here, and then that's it. So does anybody have any questions that you want me to address over the, hopefully that explained it clear enough and how you can utilize this information to understand where your business is at. Is that all? All right, I'm going to, okay, where are the wait, where was the bonus qual page? So are you talking about this one? Okay, so it's under commissions, and when you click on that, you go to that month, the current month, and it will show you, weeks prior, but usually I might look at last month's just to kind of see where I'm at, and then look at this month's to see where I'm at. And what I do every day is I look at my volume, I divide it by how many days have passed in the month, and then I get a point, right, and say, okay, I'm at this certain amount. I want to make that certain amount every single day throughout the month, and then I know I'm going to hit my goals. If it starts dropping down, then I have to start looking at, okay, what's going on? And sometimes it goes up, which is really nice. All right, you guys, I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to stop the screen sharing. Thank you so much. And once I stop